Brothers, Asmongold just put out a clip on his Clips channel exposing Dan Clancy as a pervert. Now, Dan Clancy is somebody that has a reputation of following a lot of titty streamers on Twitch and really being interested in girls that are way, way, way too young for his age. The man is 60 and he's looking at girls that are like 20, 21, 22, 23. It's actually quite shocking that Dan Clancy is so open and brazen about it while his platform is burning down around him. While Emiru was sexually assaulted at TwitchCon, Dan Clancy was partying with, I say underage girls. It's not that they were like 17, 16, 15, but he's 60, and these girls are like in their early 20s. Now, it's not illegal, but damn, it looks weird. It looks really weird when you are a 61-year-old man and you are out there partying with girls that are a third your age. Anyway, getting into the main topic of today's story, Dan Clancy is being exposed as an incompetent leader, somebody that affirms and supports the worst of the worst, Hassan Piker, Frogan, all of these people that have disparaged America, America's values, said that Americans deserve 9/11, said things like American soldiers deserve PTSD. And by the way, Dan Clancy was grilled at TwitchCon about that, and that was amazing. His answer was pathetic. But without further ado, let's watch this clip from ya boy, Asmongold, discussing Dan Clancy being a freak.
I've been seeing on this here, Skara. I mean, when does this guy ever make up bullshit? If you have Skara saying this...
yeah, I've heard, like, this one was crazy.
This one was crazy.
I heard Dan Clancy was out a lot of nights.
He's out a
with
lot
young
of nights
girls
with young girls
around him, which, whatever, man. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
I feel like if that's your thing, if you are running a website that's got a bunch of young, pretty girls on it, I mean, this shit does not look good. It does not look good.
It just felt like this con felt so fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be one of the last Twitch cons that people go to. The attendance this year was terrible.
There's no way. Wait, Dan Clancy, do you know who I am? Wait, let me ask. That's literally him.
He's hiding.
Wait, Dan Clancy.
You know what makes this clip so bad? Is that he didn't want to be on camera. Immediately leaving the frame does not look good. 80% of his feed is
clips.
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there, and now you're in your stories feed. Okay?
Okay. That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's also...
It's pretty nice. And look at it. Dan Clancy, we care about safety of our female creators. What is this? What is he doing? Dan Clancy saw the writing on the wall. He decided to use...
to use TwitchCon as a last goon hurrah before Amazon gives him the boot.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, Dan Clancy in real time has been exposed. I mean that clip right there of him going through.
I've been seeing on this
going
here
through his phone. I mean, what an unbelievable moment! It's such a mask off moment where, I mean, look, like most of his people are girls like that. That's what Dan Clancy is looking at. What a fucking gooner. No wonder the website is running into the ground. No wonder they allow perverts and degenerates and freaks and furries on the website. But Dan Clancy has been catching an inordinate amount of shit because as the company can do nothing right, Dan Clancy is out there partying. He's out there partying with girls that are a fraction of his age. And I know that there's some people who say, well, what does it even matter? They're technically legal. Well, first of all, the optics of this are atrocious. This really makes him look bad. It makes Twitch look bad. And it starts to put into perspective why the company is so completely and totally messed. Now, you can't just put it all on one man, but you can take a look at Dan Clancy, and you can see that there have been multiple failures, and he's not taking responsibility for any of them. This post says, I call for a vote of no confidence for Dan Clancy as CEO of Twitch, lack security at TwitchCon 2025, encourage live birth streams, inconsistent ban/unban enforcement, self-promotion in streamers' chats, bot/lurker algorithm problems, adpocalypse. Creators invest way too much time and energy into the platform for it to be in the hands of somebody who has lost the confidence of the very members who make it special. And then, we got Tectone, but yeah, I think that that's true, and I think that people have lost faith in Dan Clancy, and unless there is a drastic overhaul, no one is going to trust TwitchCon or Twitch again. This is from Emiru's stream where she's talking about her incident. Just listen to this.
The head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Wow. Yep, that was who. I was gonna leak it to my friend, but I guess I don't have to now.
Later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't.
That's who they were.
But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
She's speaking about Dan Clancy himself, by the way. Was out partying at an influencer event while this was happening.
Sorry, my lines are all crazy here.
I'll say that one.
Yeah, Asmon's a real one for letting that fly. But yeah, I mean, we're at a place where no one trusts Dan Clancy, and they see him as the pervert that he is. Myron Gaines says, Dan Clancy is a retarded, gooning pervert, and Twitch deserves every single inevitable failure that comes their way.
I want to speak directly to Dan right now. You are a fucking buffoon. You are a moron. You can't moderate your own site. You think that you can moderate a live event? The security around there is a joke. I want to remind you, NMP and Wake Wilder were also sexually assaulted by a fan last year. You were letting streamers run amok, push other streamers into fucking moving trains. And you did nothing. The idea of one of my viewers getting hurt because you won't just admit your incompetence drives me fucking insane. You run defense and actively promote Hassan, a terrorist supporter, a guy who has encouraged his viewers to kill people in the streets. Twitch, I'm not sure if you're even aware of this, but he's currently dog whistling for his audience to kill me right now, and you're doing nothing. Now, I would like to make it very clear, I'm not afraid. I can deal with whatever comes my way. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about other people, because you're allowing this to continue, this behavior to continue. You pick and choose favorites for who you want to ban or unban. Let us not forget I got banned for 2 weeks for calling Froba the fat fuck retard fat. I got banned for 2 weeks for Denims, the person who believes that intellect is sexually transmitted by how many dudes she sucks the dick of. Got banned for 2 weeks for calling her a whore. And these people falsely accuse me of being a fucking rapist. And you've let it go on for years. The amount of complete baseless lies you are allowed to be slung towards me, towards my friends like Asmongold, Nux, just to name a few, is fucking sickening. You are incompetent. You are a joke of a platform. And by the way, when I do come back to streaming, I could say, fuck Twitch, not gonna stream there. I'm gonna make sure that I stream there every time to let your viewers know live that your website is a piece of shit.
Yeah. Brother, I totally understand. I totally understand. It's honestly shocking to watch a leader that incompetent. To watch a leader that fucking incompetent. Somebody that has no duty of care. And by the way, let me also mention, while we're on the topic, before we end things, Dan Clancy in an interview with Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz, the woman who doxed Libs of TikTok. She is a deranged, pathetic, mentally ill freak. She is not a journalist, by the way. She's not a journalist. That's not what she is. She's a gutter trash, low IQ, talentless whore that really is a Hassan dick rider. That's what she does. That's what she is. She's nothing else. He actually blames Emiru for her assault at TwitchCon.
Is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. You know, when I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me.
Later the same night, I'm not gonna...
What a fucking freak. What a fucking freak. No accountability. Well, guys, if she just banned this guy from her chat, that's assuming that she didn't do that, but more to the point, how about get some better fucking security? You disgusting creep. How about some better security? How about you take accountability for once in your life? How about instead of macking on younger girls that are a third your age, how about you actually put in some time and fucking effort into rehabilitating your website that is dying? No, that's too much work. Better to just let me go drink and mac on a bunch of young girls. What a fucking creep. Amazon, do the right thing and put Dan Clancy out of his misery. Wipe out the entire, and I mean the entire moderation team, upper management, middle management, get rid of everyone. Bring in a team of people that are going to do a job that reflects the hard work and effort that some of these content creators put into building up their stream and channel. Make sure that you have a platform that people can feel proud of and respect, which means you're going to have to get rid of the terrorist supporter. You're going to have to get rid of the fake, disingenuous, phony freaks. But I think in the end, if you actually buckled down, you could save Twitch. It's a long, hard road, but it is something that could be done, and I honestly hope they do it. I don't think they will, but I hope that they do. Anyway, brothers, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.